Good morning, everyone. Alessandro Piovesan here from the silo at the magnificent Hunt Hill Farm. Yes, magnificent indeed. And you must come here to enjoy this place and to feel the healing powers and the positivity. It's amazing. The energy here is phenomenal. We are still in the 1836 barn, which is Root and his kids' home. And this I showed before, but it doesn't matter, right? Because it's beautiful. We can show it all the time. This is one of the three kitchens we have at the house. This is little one. We have another one downstairs and the main kitchen up in the corridor over there. Because Ruth was, she lost everything during World War II, and she was concerned that maybe World War III would, happen. And in order to be prepared for that and having some revenues, they did some amazing things. The 1836 barn is actually two hay barns and a cow barn combined, 7,200 square feet. And if I close two doors, it becomes three completely independent homes. Isn't that crazy? So they could live in one portion of the house and then generate revenues by renting the other sections of the house, and they all would come with a bedroom, a kitchen, a living room area, and a bathroom. Pretty clever. I love this section. How are we doing this morning? How are you feeling? New Year is approaching. It's just a matter of a few days. And good time for resolutions and plans and replans and all that good stuff. Are you ready, excited, inspired to make today the best day of your life? Mm? Or the best living of your life? Getting there? All right, that's what matters, right? Because we can't really lose as long as we keep trying. And I know I'm a little late in here. Oh, hold on, let me actually refresh here my Facebook because I forgot about it. For some reason, this thing is showing up as private, not public. So I don't know what happens. I hope now everybody can see this. Learning. As you guys know, I've been communicating with a lot of people and receiving messages and videos and interesting topics to talk about. I received a link from Blaise Donnell. I think I'm not butchering his name. He hasn't corrected me yet. And it's called It Works. The link is awesome. I was going to put it here for the YouTube, but I'll eventually put the link here for you guys. It's very interesting. It was published in first time, I think, 1926 by R.H.J. The author is unknown, but it's pretty much the story of a guy that wrote a book to a friend explaining how to use, the powers of your wishes and your desires in your mind and focusing on the things that you want and helping you create a little plan that works for you to achieve the life of your dreams. I found interesting because I was picking my thoughts of the day. Again, as I told you before, it's a book that I start. It's not a book. It's a collection of thoughts that I wrote back in 2002, 2003, when I had this very popular website with millions of viewers and all. And I was going through the first phase of real success in my life, and experiencing that was interesting. So every morning when I woke up, I would put a thought of what I was thinking that day and how it was shaping my mind to keep moving forward. And I found it. I found it in my backups the other day. So I'm going to read a thought every day and then elaborate on them because they're my thoughts and represent a lot to me. And eventually I will make it available for you guys to download or to use as an app or something. Okay, just again, these videos are a way for me to share what happened in my life, my own experiences, how I dealt with them, and what the outcome was. If you believe it could be helpful to you, to someone that could be going through a different hard times in their lives, or simply looking for a different perspective on how things could work, depend on how you shape your mind and the actions, right? Because everything we do is based on The thoughts, the feelings, the ideas, the actions, and then the consequences, also known as reactions. And it's pretty tough. Sometimes it's not easy, especially if you're alone, not knowing what to do, which resources to utilize. Therefore, I have my thoughts of the day, and I'll be glad to share with you. For today, and think about the book that Blaise Daniel shared with me yesterday. I saw the message this morning, and when I pulled my thought of the day randomly, it kind of relates to that message, which was very interesting. And for this, I brought my reading glass. I'm sorry. You're going to make my life so much easier. You don't have to guess what is here. All right. I have it in Portuguese and in English. That's why I switched it around. For today, this is what I have. All that happens in our life is a reflection of our actions in this universe. We are capable of withstanding any and everything that life presents to us. We all have to do is believe in ourselves instead of trying to find someone to blame for our mistakes. God is not in heaven. God is inside each and every one of us. Very interesting, right? Oh, I'm taking my glasses off because here am I starting to use the word God in a broader sense because I'm not a religious person, but I do believe there is something much bigger, much stronger, super powerful that created us and everything else that is around us here. In the process of shaping my mind and trying to understand and be fair to things, God, of course, is a big portion of it because He meant everything opposite than means to everyone else, especially after you've been raped the first time, by a priest or a pastor, a good Samaritan, anyone, using the words of God as a reason for the sharing of that love, right? And I shared a lot of God's love with this God-loving people. But anyway, we all have struggles, we all have hardships, we all have reasons to give up or to feel unwanted, undesired, incapable, even. I don't know if it's incapable or incapable, but again, you understand my limitations in English, so just plow right through without the need of grammatical corrections. But anyway, um, what I find interesting about this link that Blaise Daniel shared with me, with the It Works, is that they put a plan. They help you put a plan to shape your life, help you train your mind and your perception, your understanding of things in an easy way so you can move forward towards the life of your dreams. And it's a very simple process. What it says, you pretty much create a list of all the things you want to accomplish, all the good stuff that you wanted to do. It doesn't matter, write about the cars that you want and how you wanted the car to be, how big the wheels are going to be, and the air conditioning, and the tinted window, and it doesn't matter the noise it's going to make, and the house you're going to have. Everything that you want to acquire, write it down, make a big list of the things that you really want. Because otherwise, the, how can we say, the words or the desires without the real action behind it, the real passion to acquire, they're just ideas that will never come to fruition because you're not really focused or interested in making them happen. It's like a child when you go to Walmart or a toy store, and yeah, they look around, and even though they don't want anything, I mean, they do want something, they don't know what it is, but they don't want to leave the toy store without a toy. And it doesn't matter. They just want to grab something. So they bought something. They didn't miss that opportunity to grab a toy. And it's not really about that. It's about getting the toys or the things that you really want for your life. So you can feel fulfilled and accomplished and happy with those things, right? It doesn't matter from being loved to own your own airplane or spaceship. Doesn't matter. Write it down and then memorize your desires. Come to them, read them 3 times a day, morning, afternoon, evening. Focus on that. Don't distract your mind with anything else that is not those things that you really want to accomplish in your life. Anything and everything that comes across that deviate you from that goal, wipe it off, clean it out, get out, right? Because the power is within ourselves. The abilities to overcome and to do and to conquer, it's all within ourselves. But sometimes we are surrounded by people and by elements that doesn't contribute for you to flourish as an awesome human being, as that person that is moving forward and learning, living life to the fullest. Because we are sometimes surrounded by so much crap and so much negative stuck wheeling, let's say, people that are willing to get stuck or to stay stuck or still whatever they are. They can't see beauty on anything. They can't see progress on anything. Or anything that you try to share or you try to do, they always come up with that pile of crap. Oh, you shouldn't do this. You shouldn't try that. Or you don't have the resources for this. Or you got to be careful with that. Oh, if I were you, I wouldn't do it. You have to first try to look at the people that have what you want, but not with that look of, I want that too because he has, I want to have it. Not with greed or despise or envy, but simply because get the formula. Of course, some people are super blessed. They're born, you know, with everything done for them, or at least all the financial stuff that we have to struggle. Most people struggle on that side of things. But I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the normal people that are around us. They're awesome and they have accomplished certain things that we want. And you can see, even from having a family, a happy family, to a brand new car, there's the model you envision, or taking the vacations of your dream. Who knows? But if you're surrounded by good people that think alike and they are pursuing their dreams in a nice, worthy way, is the best thing. Shape your surroundings, because if you are around these people that are negative or feel okay being stuck in nowhere, guess what? This kind of influence is going to keep putting you down, because every time you bring an accomplishment, you bring a dream or something cool, they're always there to find a reason why it would not work. Also, not sharing your formula for the accomplishments, right, or for the path of success that you're following, to all the minute details, it's important, because our minds are very susceptible to changes, to influences. And if you don't carefully shape what you're doing and how you do it and pay attention and protect your baby, these undesirable external influences can um, derail your mind, and everything else goes to crap, right? So, how do we do that? Because talking sounds so easy, and then of course looking at Alessandro thriving, everything is beautiful, is going on. But just please understand, what I'm talking about has absolutely nothing to do with money. I don't come from money, and I don't have money like people think. They look around like, yeah, right, running all this, doing all this, blah, 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 blah. What is happening in my life right now with me and my family and all is a awesome opportunity for discovery, discovering the power of God and the universe, the source and the positive influences of life, the challenges that we're willing to take. Because what happened here pretty much is, it's a nonprofit that went belly up and didn't have the money to continue operating. And me, with a beautiful dream of getting my nonprofit and keep helping the kids and doing stuff, also with no money. But this opportunity worked in a way that now we're trying to help the nonprofit to get healthy and the support it needs. With everything that was left here, so much for us to do. What needs to be done? Keep the Hendersons' vision and legacy alive. Reteach and share with the world, especially the youth, all the beautiful things that happen here. At the same time, you mix the UN 17 Sustainable Development Goals, the dreams of my life, and put it all together, a happy family and all happening. And I got the feeling that this will happen from here to April 1st, 2023. which is my deadline to help the nonprofit raise the necessary funds to make things happen. But it's all so exciting and so beautiful. So I've been sharing here the everyday of things. You see, now I'm screwed up on the time. I'm supposed to be here at 7, right? But remember, this is not a job for me. This is part of me trying to find time for myself and talk and share. And I'm enjoying my daughter's visit here as I waited for so long. And she's going to be here for a short period of time. So I'm indulging a little bit and kind of off the grid for a while. But it's all part of the process of sharing what's happening, sharing my truth. Those are the things I experienced in my life and I am experiencing in my life right now. And it's a good way for you to watch this and see miracles, see the magic of life and living combined happening. You can touch this magic every day. You can come here to the farm and you can witness this. It's not a reality show, it's not a self help page or trying to mess up with your mind. It's just me sharing the awesomeness of life happening right here, manifesting itself in front of my eyes, which is I'm always the most skeptical of all. So being able to see this happening to me is magical, and I have to share it. In the meantime, if you are going through a hard time or feeling distance from yourself, from you really are, from who you really are, and if it's that moment where you're singing um, the songs in the bathroom or driving in your car, or it doesn't matter. If you're feeling lost, either for excessive light shining on you, it's causing you to kind of forget who you are, or deep, dark stuff creeping around and taking you down, making you forget how strong you are, come back home, come here where you know who you are. Open up the buckets of all the past achievements and happy moments, especially the stinky and the bad stuff. In those moments when you thought nothing is possible, I am done, I can't do it, it's not for me, I can't handle it. Look at those moments, rewind, see what you have done. You plowed through desperation, to cry, to suffering, to pain, to whatever. But here you are. So life is your most important gift, because without life, there's absolutely nothing you can do. But the way you're going to choose how to live that life is what the difference is going to lay from being awesome or not. And it's all about you. No matter what I say, what anybody says, what any tools you got, if you're not really willing to write down your dreams, to focus on them, to go after them, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. If anybody that comes in with a magic wand or a recipe that you can just sit on a couch and wait for your dreams to manifest in front of you, it ain't going to happen. If you are also looking for a space or place where you can just feel energy, feel joy and solidarity and happiness, and you're around here, come visit the Silo Hunt Hill Farm. I'll show you the kitchen, the stories. I tell you everything. Read the books. Look at all the stuff. Just leave you alone, going out and seeing beautiful nature and animals and birds and green and all. On your way here, if you can bring 1 pound of non-perishable food, that will be donated to support New Milford Social Services fight to eradicate hunger in our town. This will be amazing, as we take an opportunity to also support the achievement of the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals, and we're focusing on number 1 and 2, eradication of extreme poverty and hunger. It means a lot to me, and an empty stomach feeds a very dangerous mind, and we don't want that anywhere. It's fantabulous to be here and to know there's so many people who are coming and sharing my videos and interacting with me and sending me awesome stuff. I'm still getting the gist of the program. It's almost there. I'm figuring out slowly. I bought some new gear. I really liking this stuff. And yeah, like my daughters like to say, please, I think it's going to be at the side. Hit subscribe or share my channel with your friends. It's going to help me a lot, building this channel of positivity and good stuff to share with you and your friends and the world and all of us. And hopefully, eventually, we can come together and celebrate this in real life. Is youtube.com/positive vibrations always. I want to wish you a fantabulous week. The day is so beautiful right now, filled with love, with that self belief and the clarity and ability to conquer your dreams and to be the best you can be with tons and tons and tons of positive vibrations always. Thank you. Goodbye.